3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 320. 320?
Yeah.
320, because if you take 3 minus 2, it's 1, and then 1 next to 0 is 10, and if you take that 10 and you flip it around, the 0 comes first, and then you just end the number there. So it's ended.
I like it.
Preference, I don't know, the podcast is broken.
Yeah, it do be somehow.
I don't know what to do, because the RSS feed, it's on the RSS feed.
Yeah, it's broken.
Like, if I launch the RSS feed, like, the episodes are there. And, like, that's... Like, I don't know what to do, because, like, they're there. And, like, that's the whole mechanism of how everything works, is that RSS feed. Like, I don't upload it to Spotify, I don't put it places. Like,
I
places
know.
are supposed to read the RSS feed. And I can't tell,
So,
like... I don't know why, because they're in the feed.
I wonder if we delete them and put them back up, does that fix things?
It might, but...
You know what I'm saying?
It might, but it's just... They're there.
Yeah. I wonder if I can find our RSS feed link. God, that sounds...
I put it in the text message. So I can get it up real quick.
I mean, like, the actual RSS.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, well, look at that.
Because, like, if I copy... Oh, you have the mouse?
I have it? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Because if you... That's in, like, XML. So if you...
Yeah.
Like, right there at the very top, you can literally see 319 Olympic Fun. Like, it's right there on the top of the feed, where it should be.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just a matter of, like, it shoves up the old one immediately, podcasts.com does, and then takes it down and puts the right one in or something. Like, if it's something weird like that.
I don't know.
And then everybody else pulls it and sees that, and then... I don't know. I can tell you what is right, though. The YouTube is right.
YouTube is right.
They are numbered correctly.
I didn't realize this until, like, I checked out the RSS feed last time, but all of our podcasts are hosted on AWS. Because
makes sense. I mean, that's the world, basically.
Like, right here is the URL.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So again, it's people pull the title and stuff, and when it comes to streaming it, all they do is just, like, basically trigger this URL for the MP3.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious if I go, like...
It'll probably be a download, honestly.
Probably, I don't know. I can believe whatever I'm doing there. Oh. The XML file does not appear to have any style. I probably need other things in there to work. But, like, probably, like, this key.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's, like, it's there.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they just, like, everything refreshes in, like, a week or so and it all fixes itself.
That'd be a great thing. I like that.
Yeah. They are here. They are in the RSS feed, and they're just not other places. So I'm at a complete and utter... I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna hope everything fixes each other. Hi, Bruno.
Hi, Nick.
New week, new Thursday. I'm trying to think of where
new Thursday.
We
new
are
book.
Officially
new book. Live stream.
We are officially into the Formula One summer break.
We are. I found many things to fill the gaps.
Last week wasn't technically break week because it's 4 weeks off, but the first week is technically they can still work for the first part because it's the after race like shutdown, like it's get everything ready to shut down. This week and next week is the actual shutdown, like 14-day period of shutdown, and then the week after that is the prep week for the next race. So
Yeah.
This is official, like, nothing happening. So, got nothing on that front, but I don't know if you looked at the F1 Discord picture, but it's a cute little beach picture.
Oh, look at that. That's
I will
nice.
say, I stay in that Discord only because I enjoy like watching it change flags to know what like the next race is.
I stay in the Discord because of that and their When is F1 On channel.
Oh,
Because
and
it
real
has
time.
exact real times of when things have happened.
Yes.
That I enjoy very much.
The that everything's. I will say, for a sport that is around the world, I feel like their time thing is so bad just to be able to like. I feel like they should just pick a random time zone, like a UTC zone, and just like base it off of that, and just like everyone just figures out what they are UTC time.
Isn't that kind of what? Well,
No, because they'll say
because
it
they say
starts
it
at
in
like
track time. Yeah.
yeah, they'll say track time starts, and I'm like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
2 a.m.
And
But
that's why I like that channel because they're fancy Discord times that you
yeah,
put them in UTC time, I think. And then whoever's looking at it gets their correct time.
kind of split on the whole idea. In certain regards, I wish everyone would just operate on the same time. Like, for intensive purposes, let's say it was 8:56, or it would technically not be 8:56. It'd be on a 24-hour clock, so it would be like
2056.
20. Okay, 20:56. We would associate 20:56 with like early evening, like.
Sure.
But for
I
someone
agree
else,
with you.
they might
Fucking why do
associate.
we need zones? Just time is time.
But on the other hand, then like it would be hard if someone like in a different time zone would say, "Oh man, some." It's hard to understand what like they mean by like morning, because like what
Yeah.
we associate with morning, they would associate with night. So like someone said, "Oh yeah, up like sometime in the morning," and be like, "Oh, what's morning for you?" And they'd be like, "Oh, some like 6 a.m. ish," and it's like, "Oh, what's
Yeah.
I don't
The
know."
other issue with that would be like let's say people with normal jobs working a quote unquote 9 to 5, you know?
Yeah,
When's 9? Like for
exactly.
instance Juan's right on the line of time zones.
Yeah, it'd be
Is his 9 this one or that one, or I think
yeah,
businesses would have a little bit of trouble without the structure.
yeah. I sometimes have to, I only see a lot of UTC time because of server. A lot of like server like cloud services use it.
Oh yeah. Even so just recently in my Linux escapade that I went on moving everything over, I was like, fuck it. I'm tired of looking at UTC times all the time because they're all UTC too.
Yep.
So in my one-liner that I have that does all the things I need when I like make a new Linux container, I added time and date stuff. So I everything gets switched to the right time zone. So I have real
Perfect.
times now.
I love it. Um, yeah, time's weird. But on the other hand, with time, we don't have to worry about Eric being in a different time zone, because he would be the absolute worst person in the world to deal with a different time zone.
Oh, it would be terrible.
I can like deal with it with Juan because it's not too bad, but Eric would, on average, never be able to handle it. He'd be like, "Oh man, I'll see you guys at 8," and be like, he gets on like an hour late, be like, what's wrong,
Yeah.
guys? At 8." It's like, yeah, hey, Eric, everything's our time." He's like, "No, everything's my time." He'd be like,
At least with like Juan, it's only him
"Yeah,
basically.
yes,
There are a couple other people from Chicago that are around their Discord, but not as much. So it's only Juan. If Juan knows, it's fine. You know, I'm usually pretty good about if I'm talking to him about time, I can remember. So
so yeah." So on average, Eric has one or two like fucking dumbass like trigger items in the Discord a week. Last week was, or maybe the week before that was the King of Fruits.
Oh, you're saying his asinine questions that he asks us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I
Bruno and
thought
I
you
got...
meant like we triggered him because I got him the other day.
No.
I pissed him off. I don't even remember what it was, but I snipped at him and I think it hurt.
Was it about the montage?
No, it was not the montage.
Um.
No,
Well, this...
well, it's right there. Hold on. It was we were talking about like percentages of something. Or no, the price of a Steam game. And I asked him how much it was and he said 40. And I came back and said, "How the fuck, cuz I looked it up then. How the fuck was I supposed to understand that it was 40% off of $40?"
Oh yeah.
It was something, okay?
Yeah, I remember that because he's just like, oh man, but it made sense to me. It's like, Eric, you gave us like 1/10 of the information and expected us just to fill in the entire puzzle.
Yeah. Now I remember.
So
So his
good.
question today.
Yeah. What are god tier breakfast items and what are shit tier breakfast items?
Actually, that was Juan.
Oh, was it Juan?
Yeah. But
Oh,
who brought up? He brought up breakfast food, I
okay.
think. He said he started with y'all want anything from IHOP between 4:45 and 5,
Oh, that's how it started.
and that's how this all started.
I love
That
IHOP.
Emmett wanted pancakes. I've been there like a handful of times. I just had pancakes though. I made pancakes
I just
2
had
days
breakfast
ago.
for dinner yesterday.
Yeah, that was my dinner too.
Um, I do have pancake mix. I did not do those yesterday, but I would have if like I if Madeline probably would have wanted it. I would have, but I don't think she wanted it. She wanted like a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that strongly about it.
I made some normal, some blueberry, and some apple pancakes.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you said you previously had stated that you like or you have sometimes issues with waffles. Does that mean you predominantly are a pancake guy over a waffle guy?
Yeah, but that's more because of how much work a waffle takes than enjoyment. I enjoy waffles. They're good, especially good waffles, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to beat a Waffle Hut on the top of a ski mountain. Something
Yeah.
about them just hit so good. They're usually good waffles too.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. But I fucking hate making waffles.
I guess I think I would say if I'm going out to eat, I think I would pick a waffle over a pancake because when I'm at home, I feel like I can at home do a good pancake, but at home I can't do a great waffle. But at a place I can get a great waffle versus I don't think my pancake versus now again I haven't had like one of those like again Japanese cake pancakes that are like,
Those would be an experience.
but I feel like the amount of effort that is like putting the effort into a waffle.
You're back to a waffle, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I I think I have trust issues with waffles at places too, though,
do you?
because I think I've had some pretty shit waffles before.
Ooh, can I throw in like the third dark horse?
Yeah.
I love me some like bangin' French toast.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, oh,
French toast is great.
I
If
can
some
get French.
place sounds like if I'm looking at a menu and it sounds like they got a good French toast option, that's a solid front runner for what I'm gonna get.
I have been at like breakfast places and I see them walk by and the French toast is just that thick ass piece of white
Mm-hmm.
bread that you were like, oh damn,
Mm-hmm.
oh
Mm-hmm.
my on the cruise there's the buffet, but then there's also like the restaurants that they basically serve basically the buffet food, but like in like a sit down like
Sure.
served
Yeah.
environment. You pick your items and they just bring them to you. Every day kind of alternates between fresh toast and waffles, so like I don't have to worry about picking between the two. It's just like, ooh, it's waffle day. Ooh, it's French
Yeah.
toast day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
Um. I had said scrambled eggs are the worst type of way, or the worst way to prepare an egg because there are a billion different ways to make an egg, all better than scrambled eggs. And scrambled eggs tend to be like bad because people are lazy and they just want eggs, but they don't put effort into making the eggs good.
Yep. I agree with that. Now, if I'm making eggs for 20 people, it's probably going to be scrambled.
And that's fine. And like,
But I'm
it is
going to
what it
try
is.
not to overcook the shit out of them,
So
too.
many people can't not overcook scrambled eggs.
You have to stop them when they don't look cooked enough.
Madeline has an issue with cooking eggs, so I have to cook the eggs and she has to
Mm-hmm.
like not look because it's like
I have
I
heard
like
this
it.
before, actually. I knew
Yeah,
about this one.
I I love a sunny side up egg.
Yeah.
And you need the
I usually flip them. I would call
for a
mine over
sandwich I
easy.
will, but I want the dippy. I want to
I,
dippy my toast.
I will make dippy eggs by flipping them, but I'm
Really?
talking like 10 seconds flipped.
No, I don't want them
Like
flipped at
flip
all.
them and take them off.
I
Yeah.
want that goo on top.
I see. I'm not a huge fan of the goo on the
Okay,
whites. Yellow, absolutely 100%. It is gooey, like liquid.
so the other method I have for that one, if you don't want that, if you have a top cover,
Yeah.
sprinkle of water in there, put it on
Yeah.
top for 15 seconds, it steams them and it'll cook them
Hmm.
that way too if you don't want to flip. Um, but I do like the flipped over for a sandwich.
I do. My sandwiches are complicated. I'll usually, in a high heat pan, or pretty high, I'll crack an egg in and whack the yolk right away. And it ends up being like an over medium but spread out yolk in the end after I flip it. Like I still have a little bit of run, but not too much. So
You
my
know what?
sandwich isn't a huge mess, but I still get that little bit of runny egg yolk.
They're kind of bad though. Trying to see if there's like one of those like charts that are like breakfast sandwich builder chart where you like pick one like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the one row and then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the second row. Uh, oh, I love all boiled eggs.
I'm
Uh,
not a huge boiled egg person.
I
You can
love
put
them
them
all.
in some salads, but I'm.
No, I love them all.
What the fuck is that? That's
If
not
it
what I
wasn't so
want.
weird just to have boiled eggs like laying around like in the I would have boiled, oh, so good.
Okay, like this is the picture I need to look at here. All right. So if I'm eating dippy eggs, like I'm
Yes.
dipping toast in it, I'm in this photo, I'm definitely somewhere in between sunny side up and over easy.
You
Like that
on
over
that sunny
easy
side
is
up,
very cooked.
you can see that goop on the sunny
And
side up.
that's what I don't want. That's why I flip it for a couple seconds.
Ooh,
But I definitely see a lot more of the yellow of the yolk when I do it like that.
gotcha.
But I think
I'm
that I'm definitely like a sandwich is somewhere in like an over medium, but I do smack the yolk to get it to spread out.
Yeah, I'm a sunny side up if I'm dipping, over medium for a sandwich. A hard boiled if I'm like at a buffet and I just want like a nice pickup. Like I just got if
See,
I was
that's
at
like
Shady,
that's crazy to me.
what?
I would never pick a hard boiled egg at a buffet.
Oh, but they're right there, and then you just peel them. You just get to eat them. You dump some
I
salt,
would
pepper,
never
a little
do
bit of
that.
hot sauce on them.
Never
I
in
only get them at
my.
like buffets and stuff because like I'm too lazy at home to like boil an egg
Sure, I
and
understand
then
that.
ice them. Like, oh, fucking love me a hard boiled like soft boiled eggs too, but they're really hard. You kind of have to like order a soft boiled because they sit on the buffet for too long. So that's one of those things you have to like order.
Gotcha.
A poached egg, I'll fuck with a poached egg.
I don't think I've ever had a poached egg.
It's just like it. You don't get like the burntness of like like an egg, like a fried egg is all in the middle is considered fried eggs to me because you put them in a pan and they like fry up.
Yeah, I agree.
You just don't get that like fried taste. I would say
Yeah.
like
You're getting the taste of the oil or butter or whatever, and yeah.
So I fuck with them, but I also fuck with hard boiled or like boiled eggs too. So it's not they're not too without the realm of that. Yeah. Yeah, scrambled.
I think the only eggs that I like that have been boiled are deviled eggs. I can do deviled eggs.
I do like deviled eggs. A nice picnic.
Oh, absolutely.
With like,
yeah.
Oh. There's a lot of great ways to make eggs. Some people fucking say, I want it scrambled.
No shot.
Okay, breakfast. Yeah. So we were talking about earlier, and I made you stop, and you asked me questions of like a bunch of different like breakfast sandwich things. So this is like just to help me keep track.
Okay.
Of like things to like do. So what is your most ideal brain to hold your breakfast sandwich?
Ooh. Okay, so I think we got to go backwards from this though. I think we got to start with my question.
Okay.
You're going to McDonald's.
Yes.
Or no, you didn't even go. Someone brought McDonald's to where you are. Being like, hey, I was on the way, I stopped at McDonald's, grabbed a couple sandwiches. On the table in front of you are 3 sandwiches. We're just gonna stick with sausage the whole way through. A sausage McMuffin, alright? Which is an English muffin sandwich. A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. And a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, which is the pancake syrup thing. Which sandwich are you grabbing?
So I'll talk them all through just to like
go for it.
Put my thoughts out in the world. I do like biscuits, and I think biscuits have a time and a place. Even in breakfast, I think they have a time and place for like for a breakfast sandwich, especially McDonald's one. Their biscuits suck.
Okay, thank you.
For sandwiches.
Thank you.
I do like a biscuit, and I think like again they do have place, but I just don't think they are what you would make a good breakfast sandwich with.
Mm-hmm.
I think with McDonald's, I think if this wasn't McDonald's and you didn't have a McGriddle, an English muffin is definitely like I think that's the purpose of an English muffin is to be a breakfast sandwich. I think that's its entire purpose in life.
I think it's a great call on that one. Yeah.
Now, a McGriddle, like I can only get a McGriddle at McDonald's, and it's not like
I agree.
And I don't out of all the like out of 10 breakfast sandwiches, maybe like 1 out of 10 would be that McGriddle. So if someone brought one, it would be that like, oh, it's been 9 other breakfast sandwiches where I didn't get a McGriddle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for that one time I do like switch it up and do get a McGriddle.
Okay.
So I would probably say McGriddle, but it's not because I think it's the best, but because it's a change up of my standardized English muffin, or if I'm feeling it, a bagel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I feel like I get a little weird with the McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. I very much enjoy an Egg McMuffin, especially the standard with the ham, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it as it comes. Absolutely. You switch over to the McGriddle, I have a weird time. I don't like the scrambled folded egg bullshit that they put on top of them.
You can get any eggs on them.
You can. A lot of the times, though, I skip the egg. I'll get it with sausage and cheese, and it's fantastic.
Oh.
You just get a little pancake, a little sausage, a little bit of cheese in there. It's great. I do really like McGriddles, though. They're good. But the Egg McMuffin, fantastic.
Oh, it is.
Those biscuits can go die in a fire.
They're the worst things ever, are they not? They're like hard. They're dense.
I hate them. Like, I would almost, if that was the last one on the table and it was my only option, I might not eat it. I'd have to be pretty hungry.
It's just a bad grain for a breakfast sandwich.
Okay, so back to your image. Oh, back to your image here. I feel like you're missing some options.
I feel like it is, but I was just like, it was just
like, where's protein. The bagel?
Well, no, just categories. Let's stick with categories. So, like, a grain, a protein,
okay,
vegetable. Like what?
Okay,
just stick category. The pictures are bad. But
breakfast sandwich, it's definitely an English muffin or a bagel, and I would be happy with either of them.
What type of bagel? Like, so plain bagels are plain bagels. There's nothing to them, but they're a bagel. An egg bagel.
I'm not huge on them, but they're fine.
I would, if I'm gonna have just like, I consider, like, if you're gonna have a bagel, why wouldn't it at least be just an egg bagel? If you didn't want it like if you wanted a plain bagel with like no fanciness to it, you shouldn't get a bagel. You should get an egg bagel, and that should be the basic bagel.
Okay. I've thrown sandwiches on. I mean, onion's a great one. I can do an onion bagel for a sandwich.
Only for sandwiches for me.
Yeah, I don't fuck with like throwing cream cheese on an onion bagel.
No.
I've done it with blueberry bagels. I'm a big blueberry bagel guy.
Okay.
So it tends to be one of the options that I have. I put them on. It works. It's fine. Cinnamon raisin bagel, that gets a little funky, but sometimes it's okay.
I don't know how to deal with a cinnamon bagel. Like, I just don't know what to do with them.
Hell, I make them into sandwiches sometimes.
Like,
it's a little weird sometimes. Sometimes you get a bite that's like, "Ooh, that was fruity."
Well, like, do I put cream cheese on them? Do I put butter on them? I just don't know what to do with them.
Okay.
Now, the amount of cream cheese I think is normal on a bagel is very New York style, where they put like half a tub of cream cheese per slice.
I'm the same way.
Like, a bagel is just a cream cheese delivery. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
I like a nice toasted bagel though.
Oh yeah,
toasted.
Yeah, so we're on the same. It could be an English muffin or bagel. Protein.
I think both are fantastic. Protein.
And it can be multiple, like the egg, the bacon, the sausage. Like, if you were gonna build your perfect one, like what protein?
No, like definitely an egg.
Yeah.
At least for most of, like, if I make it, it definitely has an egg. I'm not making like a cheese and sausage sandwich at home.
No.
I told you my McDonald's theory, and that's fine, but that's a little different. Definitely an egg. Sometimes two if it's a big bagel. Sometimes it deserves 2 eggs.
I 100% agree.
American cheese.
Pepper jack.
Or pepper jack.
Yeah.
Pepper jack is also a great
I tend
option.
not to have pepper jack like laying
Exactly.
around.
That's why I said American first, because that's how it goes.
But on a perfect one, throw me that pepper jack.
Oh, absolutely. I'm big on taking like some sliced deli ham, throwing in a pan.
Yeah.
Like while the egg's cooking, maybe a touch of butter, a little flip flop, ham nice and hot, maybe get a little color on a little couple bites of it. That's fantastic. You get like one of them logs of Jimmy Dean sausage or something. Yeah. They're good. Make a little sausage patty to throw on top. Patties or none. If it's going in the sandwich, a patty.
Yeah, but if you had to pick between the two, I never know what I like more.
Oh, if I'm eating pancakes, I want it to be a link.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, I have no issue with either of them. So whatever's on sale that got bought, or whatever's in the freezer.
Oh, okay, now hear me out.
Yeah.
In a perfect breakfast sandwich,
Yeah.
sometimes I throw a hash brown in there.
I don't think I can. I mean, I support it. I've done it. Or like,
More pieces of grapple.
I don't know if scrapple belongs.
No, but if it's like a bready,
It,
meaty
no,
roll.
yeah, it definitely fits it. I just don't know. In the perfect world, it's either the ham or the sausage for me. And I'll. You can keep the potatoes on the side for me.
Uh, I
There are
would
no vegetables going on this sandwich, though.
a homemade breakfast sandwich. I'm even tempted to throw. I love a piece of spam on a breakfast sandwich.
That's fine.
Um,
I'll allow that.
Sausage, bacon. Oh, I guess
Bacon? Absolutely. Bacon's a little tough, though, for me, because sometimes I think it's a texture problem to me. Like, it's either too crispy or too flabby and chewy,
yeah,
and it messes with the sandwich because I'm having to struggle to get through the bacon to have my bite of sandwich.
yeah. Yesterday's. So we've been. I finally got a wire rack, and I'm finally like properly baking bacon.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I had it on that sandwich, and that was I don't know, it wasn't too bad. I feel like you have to fold it up and let it like sit and become like a pat like a bacon patty.
Yeah. Like, I perfect bacon on the sandwich absolutely is a great thing. But I find that I have a hard time cooking perfect bacon to put on a sandwich.
Uh,
So I just kind of don't, I think.
Veggies on your breakfast sandwiches.
I'm trying to think of any case where I would put a vegetable on the sandwich. And I
I
can't
know
think of one.
I know people put like a spinach every once in a while.
That's fine, but it's also like nothing.
It is. I don't know. People do it.
Yeah, they do. You can keep the avocado too. I'm not a big avocado person.
I'm not super avocado-y either. Now, okay, on the cruise, they have this auto avocado uh egg like wrap.
And
Uh,
that's probably fine, but
Put some
on my perfect breakfast sandwich, it
no.
is no place.
No, but you put some hot sauce on that thing. That thing
Sure.
slaps.
Yeah. Also, like, sometimes my breakfast sandwich gets red pepper flake on the egg while it's cooking.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do some hot sauce. I've definitely put some, like, chipotle hot sauce on my sandwiches before. Or, like, gochujang. That's really good. Um,
That would be good.
if I'm in the mood for hot, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But sometimes that's not the case, and they get skipped. A
Man,
side of fruit, sure, but that's not on the sandwich.
no, it's not. But a nice parfait for breakfast. Ooh, I love me a parfait.
That can be good, yeah.
Um, yeah, damn. So many good breakfast sandwich combinations.
There are. And, like, even with the stuff that we've said, there's probably dozens of combinations.
Out of all the things we said, you don't need to have fucking scrambled eggs.
No, they don't belong.
Um, I was waiting. Other than Fee saying that was a I was waiting for that to trigger people. I didn't get the response I thought I was gonna get from that, which is surprising because I thought I was very like decisive with like a very. I was gonna say something to be all like, I fucking love scrambled eggs. I'll eat like scrambled egg. There's the only best way to make. I was
No.
just waiting. I was waiting for the average. Someone says something not controversial and like start like World War III in the Discord.
Scrambled eggs are for children and ease of cooking.
The hot take was one thinking pancakes are shit.
Pancakes are not shit.
I have no idea what he thinks about. I don't know what Brent. I don't know. It's from the place
Shit
that can't even make.
pancakes are shit.
That's from the place that can't make pizza.
True. They're probably like goopy in the inside.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Oh, to pivot away. What? Do you get nosebleeds?
So it's been a
I read.
while since I've gotten one, but there was a stretch of time where I was getting them pretty bad. Yeah. I found that I get bad nosebleeds when I do.
So the Reddit post that I shared was like apparently 40% of people have never had a nosebleed, and
Oh no.
that just fucking blew my mind. I'm like, what are you talking about? How?
I'm
I
talking I get the clots that I then yank out of my nose.
Oh yeah.
I've had one that was probably about this long. We're talking like 5, 6 inches. I felt it come from my brain basically, and it was thick and it felt like I drug a fish out of my nose and was disgusting.
So like spring, fall, days where it's like, or times when like there's extreme like temperature changes from like night to day or
Mm-hmm.
day to night type thing, I get nosebleeds. It's whenever there's like extreme,
Mm.
like I'm like somewhere warm and then it turns real cold, like I maybe warm in the morning and then it gets really cold in the evening type thing. I'll
Yeah.
get nosebleeds. It's just extreme temperature changes that cause my like I'll just like do this to my nose, fucking gushing.
Yeah.
Um, so I just like they are a decently common occurrence for me at certain times when I'm like 40% of people have never had them. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, there was definitely times when I've had in a week, I would say there have been times when I've had multiple in the week,
Maybe
for
like a
sure.
really cold day in the winter, then I get in a hot shower, my nose just starts like fucking anime gushing blood, and I'm just like standing there
Hmm.
showering while
And
I'm
it
just
always looks
bleeding.
worse in the shower too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just don't stop showering. I'm like, at this point, like, it's all going down the drain. Like, I'm just gonna, like,
Yeah,
I just need to wash my hair. But yeah, that's 40% of people burn
it's crazy
them.
because they're annoying to deal with too. I
Oh
want to
yeah.
be one of those 40% of people.
I've, like, woken up at night and just, like, blood all over my face.
Mm, I don't think that's happened to me. Mine feel like it always seems like I gotta go get a tissue to blow my nose, and then I like maybe it's about to run down my face, so I do something to stop it, and I'm like shit, and it's blood, or it's like it feels like my nose is running, and then all of a sudden it just drips on me. It's
Yeah.
just blood.
Um, it's a YouTube short, but I watched it earlier and I wanted to share it, but I thought I would share it with you because it was, like, it has to be one of the most jankest car, like, startups I've ever seen. Uh,
Okay. Okay. It's loading.
does the server have enough VRAM?
It's it just doesn't. I don't think Windows likes being in a VM.
You know, you know, it doesn't like videos.
Oh, that block's got. Oh, that was a door. What the fuck is going on?
He has to get his key out of his airbag compartment to unlock the shifter.
It
Then
was
he has to get his sunglasses like holder area to get the broken key to start it. But he can't turn it enough, so he needs to get pliers out of the glove compartment
bro.
box.
You don't need all. Just leave the key in it. No one's gonna steal this hoopty.
Um,
No one's taking your hoopty.
he gets the belt out because it's starting to make noise.
What is?
Um, wait till you see how he picks up how he puts up the window. Um,
I saw a funny reel the other day about the window. Is that a doorknob? I saw a funny video the other day that was some guy saying, You got an old truck and don't want to look poor because you don't have power windows? All right. Get you one of them battery operated mixers, like kitchen mixers. You can get them cheap because they're cheap when they're missing the blades. And as
Yeah.
he says that, he pushes the button to eject them and they fall to the ground. And he's like, all right, so those blades, they go in different directions. So you want to put the window down, you shove the mixer on and turn it on, and the window. All right, now you want to put the window up, pull it off, move it over, put it back on.
Genius.
Push the button, right up.
Genius.
Genius. Absolutely. It was good.
Ooh. Speaking of trucks.
Yeah.
You were an old Ford Ranger driver?
I was a new old Ford Ranger driver, yes. Indeed.
You think that's going to be considered a classic truck? With how much they're beloved, do you think like your old style and like the 25 years it takes to become what's considered like a classic car, do you think people will love, like, because a lot of the old squarer body like trucks are still like
I could see it. Sure.
In the truck realm, which are different than like most classic cars, but like I
could see it. I think it was a nice style that people enjoyed. That and the light truck, a small truck on a frame still. It was like
bodies.
It was like grandpa's old truck, you know, the person that doesn't really need a big truck to do big jobs but needs a truck bed to get things done kind of a deal.
I saw it because it was like, oh, it's 2024, next year's 2025, and then that like puts a lot of like the 90s Rangers past that 25-year mark of like technically could get.
And that was I think that generation lasted forever. What
is it 25 years for plates? Or is it 35?
I think it's 25.
It was just someone I saw some post about it being like in terms of truck, like it's a very iconic truck for that era. Like it just is very iconic and people loved it. I think it sold millions too.
Second gen, third generation, which is what I had.
Yep.
Started in 1998.
Yeah, so.
And mine was a 2011.
Yeah.
That's a long generation.
I think it was I think you don't change what's working.
And that's fine. But it was.
I feel like they were like, should we change it? Someone's like, they're selling like hotcakes.
Yeah. I definitely think that it was a style that worked. I think they got lucky, you know, a little bit. But you could definitely tell it was an old truck, even though it was 2011. Like, it was not fit with the current generation of other stuff.
But no one wants the other stuff.
That's fair. I would have liked a little bit more, though.
But now, like, certain people just hate all the more.
I understand. But, like, there was... Yeah, no. Yeah. I would have liked to have auto down windows.
We'll buy the better package than what you bought.
My truck was fully optioned.
Fully? They did not have a...
I think the driver's side was power down.
Okay.
Not the passenger.
Gotcha.
Like, that's the level of truck that I'm talking. Like, I had every option on that truck. The window sticker was everything.
That's okay.
I hope you understand that, like, it was a sport. And I had plastic carpets. Like, it didn't have carpet. It was a plastic liner. The most option the truck could get, and it still came with a plastic floor liner.
But most of that wasn't even designed like that. They could still design the same truck and just like put a couple more features. Like that was just pure
I
design.
understand. Yes, they could have, but they
That's
didn't.
just they didn't. But like they could have continued making that same like shape and form factor.
Yeah, they could have made an incremental generation update.
Yeah.
Yes, but they didn't.
Um. Whatever. Uh. Oh, what was?
Like auto headlights would have been nice.
Oh, I just drove by a car fucking today that like I swear the dude like put the headlights in himself because the one was like angled like up at my face. I was like so pissed off.
Do you have auto high beams? Because I
No,
don't. No,
no.
I've never had that.
My I think my dad's like truck has them and they just like flash all the fucking time.
Yeah, kind of okay with not having that.
The one thing I don't have that I very much wish I had is I wish I had adaptive control.
That would be nice. Yeah,
I've used it in rental cars a few times now. You
yeah,
just set it on the highway and you don't have to think. You're done
yeah.
thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You start pulling up on a car. You can like on the Civic I drove. Um, it was
Has
it
like
was like
levels of follow distance.
yeah, it was like, do you want to get real close, medium close, or far?
Yeah.
I set it to medium close, and then when I got medium close and it like slowed me down, I just hit the thing. I went over, zoomed back up, and then to the next. Like I didn't have to think. I didn't have to like what I do in my car now, where I hit the plus and minus, being like, ooh, is he going 76?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm catching up.
Yeah.
Ooh, 75. Ooh, yeah, he's going 75. Like, I would
I
love.
don't have it. It was definitely an option for my truck. Um, I was also reading that, especially in like Jeep Wranglers, that Jeep Wranglers get broken windshields a lot, apparently, because of the shape of the windshield. It's a shoebox, you know?
Yeah,
Rocks slam into it and break them.
yeah.
Apparently, it is a huge pain in the ass to fix those cameras every time you get a new windshield.
I,
Like, it's a whole issue.
sorry. They designed.
Hey, you know, I don't have it. It's not a problem for me, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry they have to have like vertical windshields. Take
my
them out.
shoebox.
You're a Jeep life. Take it out. Um,
I did have my windshield unbolted once. I didn't fold it down because I couldn't get my windshield wipers off. They were really stuck on. I was going to, but I didn't need to because I was just drilling a hole.
no. Um, else uh first off, I don't even know where we're at. Oh shit, we are
We're getting
48 minutes. Did not even realize.
so I before the podcast I mentioned that it's the White Marlin Open.
Oh yeah, you did. Yes.
So it's a fishing tournament, right?
Yes.
It's like the big one on the East Coast, I would say. I don't think that there's a bigger tournament on the East Coast.
Really? Nothing.
I don't think so. It um
East Coast fishing, is the marlin like the king of the sea for like what you're fishing for? Minus like shark fishing. I don't know if you really do that in these.
I don't know. It's a difficult question. They're definitely not the biggest fish. I don't know. I think they're a good fighting fish and they're plentiful. Cause like I was looking at the website and let me see if I can get to where I was. Species count. So yeah, actually today, because today's fishing is over. They caught 93 white marlins today. 92 of them were released and one was brought in. So there's a good amount of them.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that it's good sport fishing. Like they put up a good fight. They are a very showy fish. Like they jump out of the water a lot. That kind of thing. But the White Marlin Open, for instance, the leader in White Marlin is we're halfway through the tournament, is expected to take home $4.1 million for that fish he brought in, and it's a 77-pound fish.
Big fish.
In what was that?
That's a big fish.
You say that. They brought in a couple blue marlins the other day. One was 897 pounds.
Mass.
Yeah, that's a big fish. Let me see if I can get this picture going. That was a quite large fish. And they have a stream going. It is the most jank setup that I've seen in a long time. It's on livestream.com, which is supposedly Vimeo now. And, it's a little jank, but it works. That is a big fish, though.
It's a crazy thing to like reel in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a crazy. Everything about it's crazy. Like getting it in the boat is crazy.
In the Atlantic Ocean, there are several species of top side strength. Blah blah blah. I don't think this is ranked in any sort of order, but of the 8 ones this list is blue marlin, known for their incredible size, acrobatic fighting ability, and blue marlin are the top target for many deep sea anglers. Atlantic sailfish, renowned for their speed, spectacular aerial displays, and blah blah nothing. Both bluefin and yellowfin tuna.
Yep. And big eye tuna.
A wahoo.
Wahoo. Good fish. Nasty teeth.
Strong fish known for their lightning fast runs.
Caught
Nothing
wahoo.
else really said for that. A mahi mahi.
Yep. Dolphin. Mahi mahi. Delicious. Colorful.
Swordfish.
Mm-hmm. And basically, there are everything you said up until tarpon, they fish for in this tournament. And there are different prize pools. I was getting into how to enter into this tournament because it's insane.
And then tarpon is often found in coastal waters. And then king mackerel.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
So this tournament, there are 32 different entries that you can get into.
Okay.
You need a degree to figure out what payouts would be, I think. It's insane. So a lot of these are like, hey, you want to fish for X, Y, and Z? Like, for instance, a level A, B, C, and D. They're all split down the middle. 50% of those categories go to white marlin and blue marlin. And it's 1, 2, and 3 for heaviest. Get different percentages. But you can enter into only A if you're just Billy Bob trying to get in on the tournament. Or you can enter in all 4 of them if you're trying to win everything. Some of these categories are insane. Like a level AC is a $50,000 category that the heaviest marlin take all. $50,000.
Yeah, I'm trying to read, but
it's confusing as shit.
Feels like one of those things that you tell you need to pay ChatGPT, but you just tell it, be like, what? Just explain this to me like I'm 5.
I don't think you can. That's the problem. I don't think a 5-year-old can understand all this shit. Um, so some interesting things about the White Marlin Open. My uncle is fishing in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, a friend of his was going and asked him if he wanted to come on the boat. So he's on a boat. Um, Another interesting fact: Michael Jordan is fishing in the White Marlin Open. He has his own boat that he goes fishing.
I mean, it's a rich people thing.
It is.
Probably has like sick ass sonar, radar. Probably has some like.
Oh yeah, he's got like a $6 million sport fishing boat. I can probably find a picture quick. His boat's called Catch 23.
I'm sure there are people out there that fish with almost nothing, but sometimes when you fish with stuff like the nicest like line, the nicest this, the nicest that, it probably makes things easier.
The cutoff in here, there's a cutoff for some small boat categories. So you could be like fishing and be in a small boat category that only allows other small boats, which gives them a little more advantage because of how much money is at stake, kind of thing. That cutoff is 40 feet, which is quite a large boat. So this is Michael Jordan's boat, Catch 23.
3 stories.
Well, there's a fly bridge and a tuna tower. But yes, it is. I'm sure there's a like living quarter area too. Small, but it's there underneath, like down steps.
Eric has a kayak that he like was very scared to screw like some fucking
I'm
wheels
aware.
on.
Yeah, I know. That's a big boat. I think it's
50 feet?
No, way more than that. This is an 84 Viking.
Okay.
84 feet.
I was trying to like mentally lay down those people, and it felt like it was hard to
like
do that.
In this tournament, what did you say, 50 something?
Yeah.
50 is like the small big boats, I would say.
Okay.
Like if you're coming in with a decent boat, you're in the 50 range. This is on the larger end at 84. There's a couple bigger though. It's a big boat.
Yeah, it's a big, yeah. I shouldn't have to climb like 3 stories to get up to the tower.
Yeah. Well, that's how it be.
No.
Yeah.
I think fishing's, I understand the appeal of it. It's not for me. I don't even know like the deep sea if I like.
I've been. It's enjoyable. I like it. And I say that even though I get seasick.
I guess it's one of those things that I don't know. Just like I don't know where I don't know where the reward comes in for me. Like I don't know where like getting it in and I'm like it's just like it's put it back and I just I don't know where the dopamine's supposed to hit.
I would describe it as you're sitting around waiting a lot, and then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose because you hear a line getting taken out. So it's like full on panic mode to try and start reeling that fish to set the hook, and somebody's fighting for probably like 30 minutes at the very least to get the line in.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a good time.
I can understand hunting. And I would hunt if like after like it was like a deer was down, I didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah. There's a lot to deal with hunting for sure.
Like if I had someone I had if, like let's say like I had a hunting buddy.
Yeah.
And that guy's just like just itching to fucking gut a deer.
Yeah.
And the minute you get one, he's just like, fuck, let's just go get it and be like.
Like if you had a guy that basically was your hunting guide. Like if
Yeah.
you went on a hunting excursion kind of thing. That the guide would take care of it kind of thing.
So my old chemistry teacher, who I still do board game night with.
Yeah.
Our physics teacher and him, I think, had hunted in the past. And the physics teacher always said, you guys better be careful because I've seen him skin a deer and he's just too good with a knife. He's like, I'd want to hunt with him, like the guy that's just like fucking like, you don't ask him because you're not good at it, but you ask him because that guy's just gonna fucking carve it up and be like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to hunt with someone like that. That like, again, I just don't want to. After that, like, then getting to the processing center, getting the meat, whatever. It's just that I don't want to. You finally get the deer and you're stuck there, like, oh man, I have to get like, what do you people just like leave the organs in the middle of the woods? I'm assuming.
That does happen a lot, I would say. Yeah.
Is that are they supposed to?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, anything else that happens in the woods would probably do the same thing. Not many animals are going to eat organs like that freely.
Yeah.
It happens.
I don't know if I'd beat its like
they're
bleeding
biodegradable.
hot heart, but yeah, mostly just lazy. Fish is easier to like deal with the consequences of your action.
That's fair.
Unless you're Eric, who doesn't like picking up the fish. Without gloves on. Which is crazy to me, because that's like half of it. He hates like touching the fish. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
So wait, did your uncle get anything?
Let me go look. I know that they caught something. Nothing like big prize worthy though. And I had the stream up when people were coming in, so nothing crazy happened.
Did you see him?
I did not, no. So the only people you really see on the stream are the ones that come in to weigh fish.
Okay, I didn't know if they just had like a stream of like the boats just like
no
kind of coming in and you could just see them all.
Honestly, it's kind of tight in there, so I wouldn't expect it.
Gotcha.
I gotta go load. Their website sucks too.
Sure.
Like it's not good.
Like the illegal stream sites somehow build better sites then?
Yes. Oh, there it is. It's on the other side for some unknown reason. What was the name? This one. They caught a blue marlin and let it go. So it was probably just not a huge fish. Because number one is 900 pounds, number two is 800 pounds.
Probably like maybe like more of an adolescent, couple 100-pounder.
Yeah. Which is still, it's still a good fish, you know, like.
But it's not like.
It's not a prize-winning fish, is all.
The guys aren't standing around the dock looking like, look at that fish.
Yeah.
Do you know how they like taxidermy or like mount, like, do they just
Nope.
take like a mold of the fish and like?
No clue. I have no idea.
I assume they have to just like do a mold. Like they just take your fish and like put it in like and make a mold out of it and then like just paint it toward, like you just get it painted to be like resemblance.
Normal taxidermy of like deer.
Yeah.
They get a buck. Not deer buck, but a buck of like basically a styrofoam head, right?
Yeah.
And then the skin goes on top of it.
Right.
And they probably trim it as needed to fit perfectly, but it's like you get close. I don't know how you do it with a fish. I have no idea.
That's what I mean. I feel like they just cast like a mold.
It's possible.
And then I think you just have to. I think like you get some artists to like paint it to like resemblance.
The skin is then stuffed with a filler like sawdust and stretched over a mold to shape it.
Skin a fish?
They do skin the fish, yeah. You can skin a fish.
Yeah, but it's not like a hide. Like you said,
It kinda is.
but it's like scales and
Yeah. Instead of fur, you get scales.
whatever. I guess they do it. Just doesn't. I guess I understand leather better than I understand fish leather. Leather's just like skin and then fur.
So I went out to dinner with my mom a while ago, and we stopped at a boot barn, and I was looking at cowboy boots, and they had some, I think, Arowana or Arapama fish skin cowboy boots.
Oh.
So I think you need to get your leather more in order. I think it's closer than you think it is.
And the only leather I love, I love kangaroo leather.
So
My soccer cleats were kangaroo leather. Fucking just amazing.
I have some moose leather moccasins. They're
Yeah.
nice. I've seen on the internet a couple times about some Australians, okay? They have coin pouches, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like the little bag you put coins
Yeah.
in. It's a kangaroo scrotum leather.
I for some reason I just kind of knew where you were going. I didn't know what was going on
It's
with that, but like
ridiculous.
it had gone that way.
It's a thing and it's ridiculous.
Kangaroo leather though, like come on. Oh man. Oh shit. I remember what I wanted to say. I'm just
Yeah?
gonna type it into. It's too late to get into.
Okay. I've
Um.
been I finished my book, by the way. Great book.
Yeah. You're only like
Enjoy the
you
book.
20% left the last time we talked, so you
Yeah.
had to. Yeah. Good.
It ended well, I would say.
Right. It did it end enough that you can wait till the next one to come out.
Yes and no. I've now distracted myself, but at the time I really wanted to read more, which is dangerous because it's available to me to read more.
Yeah.
Just not
You're
in
always
book form.
you're always gonna hit the wall.
I know, so I distracted myself with something else to not do that.
Yep.
I tried starting Defiance of the Fall. Didn't go well. It just didn't hook me right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad book, and I might come back around to it, but it wasn't it. I started a different one that I'm trying to remember the name of, but that one's going very well. Cradle. So far, Cradle's hooking pretty good.
Good. How many? A lot of books in that series?
I think 12.
Not bad.
They're not quite as long of books, but yeah. So
Good.
we'll see.
Well, hopefully you'll have read more by next week and we dig into it.
Yeah, sure.
You want to know why?
Because that's all we have time for.
On this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.